So, I have a message for all of you tough guys out there. It sucks because I just moved to Portland. I really like Portland. It's really cool. I've been walking around. I live right by Washington Ave, so I have pretty much access to the whole city, and it's so cool. I can walk around. I can walk up by 295, go all the way up Congress Street. Without having to drive, it's really not very far. It's like a half-hour walk, which I thought was really cool because I grew up in a really rural community, so everything was a little bit more stretched out and further apart. And this is kind of interesting. So it's opening up a new type of lifestyle, and I'm walking a lot more, and I'm seeing a lot of people, and I always like to people watch. If you haven't done it, I severely recommend that you try it at least once. That's a good majority of my lunch breaks. I people watch. I'll go over to the mall. I'll smoke a cigarette out front. And I'll walk in. I'll sit down in the food court. I'll buy something to drink or whatever, and I'll just sit there. And I kind of like narrate people's lives. And it's so fun because you can't. It's so jumbled and crowded and loud that you can't hear what's going on all necessarily. Um, but I kind of like subconsciously do little bubbles over their head, and I don't know if that's really fucking weird or not. I'm not sure. I think it's really funny, and it makes me laugh. And actually a friend of mine ask me about if you think it's healthy to talk to yourself, and she's like, I said this to my sociology teacher, and she's like, no, that's not healthy. And I was like, I thought about it for a minute, like, who doesn't talk to who doesn't talk to themselves at some point or another? Like, I do. I don't think I'm crazy. I mean, I'm not saying have full on conversations with myself, but I'll mutter to myself sometimes if I'm thinking about something or thinking out loud. Um, I just thought that was really funny. But I guess back to my original point is this new lifestyle is great. It's just so cool. And the only downside that I've seen to it thus far is I'm running into all these like tough guys. Tough guys in Portland. Tough guys. I'm sorry. This just really makes me laugh because you walk with a swagger, if that's what you call it, and you fucking walk up all tough to me in your leather jacket, and like, you're not tough guys. It takes a bigger man to be able to not fight. Not saying I never drop the dukes if necessary, but it's like, what? I don't understand why so many people in today's day and age, out and about around here, have so much hatred. I don't understand it. Because, I work a middle class job or a lower income job. I don't have the best income in the world, but I'm definitely not, making $12,000 a year. So, you know, I hate to think that people are suffering so much that, it just turns them into assholes. Or maybe they're just assholes to begin with, but, I like to think there's a lot more goodness in people than bad. And a lot of people are situational on this. If they're in a bad situation, they don't want to, I don't know, have a good attitude. I'm not sure. It's kind of a bummer. And I walked through the East End, which was like late at night, and that was kind of sketchy. I was with my buddy Alan, so he was like showing me where everything was. But it was definitely an interesting night. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know what people's problem is. I'm from a small community. I hold the door. Please, thank you, miss, sir. That's just the way I was raised and the way my parents brought me up. And some people around this area, I guess, just aren't accustomed to nice people. I'm not exactly sure what to make of it yet, but I'm super excited. And I'm pumped to be in Portland. This is going to be my first month here in a couple more weeks. So the winter's coming, and we'll see how the parking situation goes, but it should be pretty interesting. Anyway, you guys have a good one, and I'm going to go do something.